As we look around early in the morning, we see a big long line of turkeys out there. And my man Forrest coming up there to say hi to me. Is that special? All I do is walk out here and he just comes walking up to me with that big giant rack. Hard horns now, look at him. Hi, buddy boy, hi, buddy. Look at him come right up here to me. Hi, buddy. Hi there, buddy boy, hi there. You want something to eat? Yeah, look at that big, beautiful rack. My goodness, you're a pretty boy. Yes, you are a pretty boy. Oh, I think I'll eat some leaves that have fallen. We look off out there and we see turkeys. Somebody said we hadn't seen any turkeys. Well, they're here every morning, early. There they are, gobblers and hens both. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Hi, baby. You're such a big, pretty boy. Golly, Forrest, you've grown up to be a handsome man. You've grown up to be a handsome man. Yes, you have. And here's something else to think about, guys and girls. Little Whitey has survived, if you remember. Last night, little Whitey had a tremendous accident, run wide open into the new albino pen. He did get a beautiful red collar before that happened. And Wild Child, she got a collar also. Hi, buddy. You coming up here to see me this morning? You coming on the porch, hey, buddy? You want something to eat, don't you? I'll go in there and cut you up a squash. Yeah, I have a squash in there. You want to eat some squash? I got a little bit of squash Apache brought. You are something else, buddy. Those horns right there can be kind of dangerous later on. Coming up here. You looking around? He says, I've been coming up there since I was a baby. I can come up here now. Yeah. Yeah, hi, buddy. Come right up here with me. Isn't that special? You come right up here with me, didn't you? Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go in there and get you some. He's looking around for something to eat. I'm going to go in there and cut you up a squash, okay? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I found a zucchini. Hey. Hey, come here, Forrest. Forrest, here. Come here. Come here, Forrest. Huh? Forrest, where you going? Come here, buddy. Looky here what I got. Where you going? Where you going, huh? I have some zucchini there. Yeah, I have some zucchini. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. Just a small one. For a big deer like you, it's just a snack, isn't it? How's that, buddy? Okay, all right. And look right behind you. Look right behind you, and we got all the turkeys. Pretty good bunch of turkeys early in the morning, just after daylight. Look out there at that bunch of gobblers and hens. I think there's some babies out there. We did have a few babies that the hawks and owls didn't get. The deer a little further out there still. Early in the morning on the eagle. Sweetness for sure. My. Look at what we have this morning. We have turkeys everywhere. And we have deer everywhere. Look in that prayer circle. Look in that prayer circle. There's Mr. TC, Ot6, Lucky 13, Molly. Turkeys as far as you can see. Forrest. My. What a way to start another day that God has given us. My goodness, I love it. It's very definitely a wonderland out there this morning. Look at that, look at that, look at that. I love those turkeys. We've got a lot of turkeys hanging around. I mean, a lot of turkeys. Free lunch, you can have a lot of friends. Free lunch, you will have lots of friends. That's all I can say. Look at that big gobbler and strut right there. Is that special? Look at those two big bull bucks right out there. My goodness. You're kind of scraggly there on top, boy. Look at all those gobblers. That's hot 6 off out there. Heading off over that way. Oh, there's my baby forest. Look at those big horns. Getting them polished and shined up. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? Goodness sakes alive. My goodness. Heading over to the Texas Hunter feeder for free breakfast. Not free lunch, free breakfast. Oh, lucky 13. I don't see the albinos. I don't see the babies. You can bet. You can bet they are around. Still in their little safety hole early this morning. My goodness, look at that buck. Golly. Ooh, 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 ooh. Looky there, laying down behind that spinner. Everybody is just waking up to the world and having a great morning. Well, this is a sight this morning. All the deer are out. There's our babies right there. Wild Child and Little Whitey. I want you to take a look at Prince Charming, though. And you see what's happening there. You see what's happening? Now, we can look around. We've got deer everywhere. We've got deer laying in the circle. Circle is just pretty much full of deer. We've got deer walking around, laying around. They're everywhere. But will you take a look at Prince Charming? Prince Charming is racking his antlers on the gate. And I've been sitting here watching him do it for about 15 minutes. You can see he's just about got all of the velvet off. And he's turned into hard horns. Well, he's not hung in that gate. See, he's not hung at all. He's just racking and trying to get rid of all that velvet. I wonder if that velvet itches. That might be, you know, something itches, you got to scratch it. And of course, what's happening there is he is racking that gate. Now, I've got a pole in there. I've got a big pole, big cedar tree that we buried in the back of that pen right there for him to do just exactly that. But he is enjoying that gate big time. I mean, really enjoying fighting that gate. So we're getting to the time where the bucks can definitely be dangerous. You can see that big giant rack that he's got. Looking right through the tree, by the way, that was there. He is working on that gate. Now, I've been watching him for quite some time before I thought, well, you idiot, you might ought to video a little bit of that and share it with the world. And that's what they do, and that's why they get their velvet off so quickly, is they spend a lot of time doing it. That's just all there is to it. They spend a lot of time. And you can see that Whitey, with Prince Charming, working on those antlers. Look at the rack on that big boy, will you? I mean, look at the rack on that big boy. He stopped to pee. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? We'll look at him a little closer here, maybe this morning before we end all of this. Isn't that something? There he goes back to fighting that. Look at him pushing on that gate. You got to have good latches on there, or he'd push that dude right open. My goodness. My goodness, look at the turkeys. My goodness. Look at the turkeys. They've just come running from all directions. And they're there, thinking about a little breakfast early in the morning. We have a dead calm morning. Turkeys are still in strut. Look at that big boy there. Lots of beautiful girls around. Look at those big old beards almost dragging the ground. Take a look out at the prayer circle. We have deer in the prayer circle. TC, you are a monster. You are just a big monster deer is what you are. We see Mr. Forrest come walking up. He's probably going to come clear up here to the house. He sees me up here. He's getting big and beautiful as well. Turkeys in strut. Jet going overhead. Shooting landings over here at Ardmore. Beamer's going to go out in the yard. It's going to scare the turkeys a little bit. Oh yeah, some of them going to wander off. What a great way to start another day. You look and you see the sun coming through the trees. My goodness. My goodness. Walk down here at the end of the deck. You look out there at glass water. I'm talking glass. Glass. And I am going to get to fish a couple days this week. I am really, really, really looking forward to that. Oh me, oh my. Beamer says, this is my domain. All of you animals can just give me a wide berth, because this is my domain. Turkeys, 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 deer. Oh my. Deer, deer, a bass boat, beautiful Ranger bass boat, beautiful Ram truck. Chris's two precious babies waiting for her to. You got them some garden? You been to the garden for them, Apache?
Yes, sir.
That garden, the deer have really eat good out of that garden this year, hadn't they?
Yeah.
How many watermelons you reckon we've got? We've got about 15 probably, or 20, hadn't we?
More. Yeah.
And got more coming too, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm putting that big one you brought this evening in the ice maker.
Yeah.
Let it get good and cold. Forrest been over here begging from you when you've been feeding Prince Charming and Snow White. Looky there. Yeah. We still got some of the deer doesn't have their hard horns yet. And it looks like that Prince Charming doesn't have any off of his. He's sure pretty though. The babies are eating solid food good too. Have you noticed if they're still milking off of Snow White?
Yes, they still doing it.
Yeah, just as long as she'll let them, huh? She looks like she's got a little skinny this week. What do you think? She seems like she's a little skinny to me. I was feeding her something last night. You can see that his horns still got a lot of blood on them. He hadn't got them polished up real good, but he's sure got a nice looking little set of horns. He just got much bigger from last year. He had pretty horns last year. He's looking at that white girl and saying, you're a pretty girl. I've not seen a girl like you around here. And you are a pretty girl. No doubt about that. You are a pretty girl. And the babies, Casper, and Ice. The bigger one of the two is Ice, the only way I can tell them apart. Got to get some collars, little women's headbands, and put on Forrest and Wild Child, so they can be identified when they're out running around in the woods, which won't be too awful much longer. You'll probably keep them in another month or so. Sure want them to get pretty good size before we let them out. We'll be dropping a video real soon if we hadn't already. By the time this video here is shown at the end of the week on the pen, building the pen. I shot a little bit while we're building it. It's pretty well. I'll walk around it here these a couple days I'm home and show you what that new pen looks like, and we'll letting these guys go into their new home and moving Wild Child and Whitey into some bigger digs as well. Everybody's gonna be happy.